What if NASA's not the only one rocketing through space? Some folks say they're working on Mars, but it's so secret their moms think they're accountants. Buckle up, we're diving into the wild world of secret space programs. So picture this, it's July 2023, and instead of politicians arguing about taxes or traffic, DC is buzzing about aliens. Yeah, real-life aliens. That's when retired Major David Grush steps up. He's not some random guy from the internet. He's a former U.S. Air Force intelligence officer who actually worked on the Pentagon's official program to study UAPs. That's just the government's fancy term for UFOs. And when he testified in front of Congress, he didn't sugarcoat anything. He straight up said the U.S. has recovered non-human spacecraft. And even bodies, and yes, his exact words were, "They're not human." Wild, right? Then someone asked him how long this has been going on. Grush just said, "Can't tell you. It's classified," which honestly only made everything sound way more suspicious. Fast forward to November 2024, and things get even crazier. Investigative journalist Michael Schellenberger shows up with new claims, including a mysterious code name, Immaculate Constellation. Sounds like a sci-fi movie, but supposedly it's the name of a real top-secret program tied to UFOs. Schellenberger says there's a ton of hidden evidence, like videos, photos, sensor data, stuff that's never been released to the public. According to him, the military and intelligence agencies have been sitting on this for years. So yeah, this isn't just Reddit theories anymore. We're talking former officials, journalists, and congressional hearings all pointing to one thing. We might have been kept in the dark for a very long time. Historian Richard Dolan, a legit researcher by the way, dropped a wild theory in his audiobook, The Secret Space Program and Breakaway Civilization. He's not just talking hidden missions or secret spacecraft. He's saying there might be a whole separate civilization running in the background with tech way beyond anything we've got. Not just NASA's secret side project, but a breakaway civilization with its own rules, its own tech, maybe even its own base floating out in space somewhere. While we're over here buffering on Wi-Fi, these guys could be zipping to Saturn on their lunch break. And the scariest part? According to Dolan, the reason we never hear about it is because they've built an entirely parallel system. One where regular laws, oversight, and public accountability just don't apply. This one's straight out of a sci-fi movie, but Corey Goode swears it's his real life. He says he was recruited as a teen into a secret space program called 20 and Back. Basically, you serve 20 years doing missions on places like Mars and the Moon. Then they wipe your memory and drop you back on Earth like nothing happened, sometimes just days after you left. Wild, right? But it gets crazier. Goode claims he didn't just do it once. He says he served 3 full tours. That's 60 years in space, erased from his brain. Until now, apparently, because he says he's an intuitive empath and can access those memories like files from the cloud. Oh, and he wasn't just a space tourist. He says he met with alien councils as Earth's representative, like some intergalactic diplomat. Believe it or not, it's one heck of a story. Before going full aliens are here, let's rewind to the late 70s and talk about Paul Benowitz, a physicist who thought he spotted UFOs near Kirtland Air Force Base in New Mexico. He saw strange lights and figured, must be aliens. But instead of shutting him down, the Air Force fed him fake info, even gave him a rigged computer showing fake alien messages. Why? To keep him chasing aliens so he wouldn't uncover their real secret military ops. Over time, the lies took a toll. Benowitz became obsessed, spiraled into paranoia, and eventually ended up in the hospital. The wild part? It wasn't about aliens at all. It was about distraction, using UFOs as a smokescreen to cover up top-secret defense work. A harsh reminder that sometimes the cover-up is crazier than the truth. Whistleblowers said it's been stashing crystal-clear images and UAP data for decades. Basically, UFO receipts the public never gets to see. Then Luis Elizondo, a former Pentagon insider, dropped a bomb. UAPs are real, and they're not made by any government. He even said the US, and some rivals, have alien tech in their hands. Sounds like the Cold War, but with flying saucers. But wait, the Pentagon denies the whole thing. Sue Goff from the DoD says Immaculate Constellation doesn't even exist, and Aero says there's zero alien proof. Enter Avi Loeb, Harvard physicist and UFO realist. He's not saying aliens aren't out there, but he wants real science, not whispers and wild claims. His Galileo project, totally public, no secrets, no cover-ups. And remember the Majestic 12 memo from 1988? It was supposed to be the ultimate alien smoking gun. Turns out total hoax. So what's real? Advanced tech? Government secrets? Straight up disinfo? It's hard to tell when truth, lies, and UFOs all fly in the same airspace. Alright, here's a throwback that'll make you rethink how long this whole secret space program idea has been around. Way back in 1949, a former U.S. Marine major named Donald Kehoe dropped a bombshell article called "The Flying Saucers Are Real." He claimed the Air Force knew about UFOs and even believed they might be interplanetary. The article was such a hit, it turned into a best-selling book. Fast forward, and we've got Paul Hellyer, Canada's former Minister of Defense, saying before his death in 2021 that governments are hiding proof of UFOs and alien life. Yup, a legit government official backing alien claims. So why are these high-ranking folks sticking their necks out? What do they know that we don't? And why are they willing to risk their legacies to say it? Something about this whole thing just doesn't add up. Okay, let's talk logistics for a second. One of the biggest arguments against the idea of a massive secret space program comes down to sheer numbers. Think about it. If a secret space program were real, running off-planet bases with advanced alien tech, it would require a whole army of people. We're talking about thousands of individuals, engineers, scientists, military personnel, and probably a few janitors too. All keeping their lips sealed tighter than a vault. It's like those moon landing conspiracy theories. Remember those? Physicist David Robert Grimes estimated that faking the moon landing would need the involvement of about 411,000 people. And according to him, that secret would have been out in less than 4 years. So now imagine a program that's supposedly been running for decades involving multiple off-planet bases. The number of people involved would be staggering. But here's the kicker. How could thousands of people keep the greatest secret in human history without a single verified leak? We're talking about some of the most personal and historically significant work imaginable. Yet, somehow no one spilled the beans. Not even a whisper. That's the million-dollar question here, and it's one of the biggest hurdles to believing in these claims of off-world operations. Are we really supposed to believe that a secret that big could stay locked up for so long without a single slip-up? You know a topic's hit the big time when it goes from classified documents to binge-worthy content. That's exactly what's happened with secret space programs. They've gone full pop culture. Take 2024's docuseries Dark Alliance, the inside story of the Cosmic Con. It dove into the wild claims of Corey Goode and David Wilcock, turning secret missions and alien councils into something that felt more like a sci-fi drama than government intel. But the show didn't just ask if their stories were true, it questioned whether they were part of a growing new age media machine. And it's not just shows. Podcasts, TikTok clips, YouTube exposés, whistleblowers are everywhere. Some of these creators get more views than official NASA updates. They've built online worlds where theories get traded like currency, and people genuinely debate if Earth has a galactic embassy on Mars. So is this all just next-gen storytelling, or are we accidentally uncovering something real? Either way, it's got people watching and asking big questions. So after digging through the testimonies, government denials, YouTube rabbit holes, and enough acronyms to make alphabet soup jealous, where does that leave us? Somewhere between Men in Black and maybe there's something to this. People like David Grush and Lou Elizondo are swearing that strange stuff is happening while the Pentagon just shrugs. But without hard proof, no alien tech, no crystal clear footage. It's all still speculation. That's why scientists like Avi Loeb are saying, let's cut the drama and get real evidence. His Galileo project is trying to do just that. So, secret space program? Maybe, maybe not. But one thing's for sure, we're all dying to know what's really out there, and maybe that curiosity is the real story. What do you think? Is it all smoke and mirrors, or are governments hiding the ultimate cosmic cheat codes? Drop your thoughts in the comments below like you're sending a message to the stars. Hit that like button if your curiosity's been abducted, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the weird, the wild, and the possibly extraterrestrial. Until next time, keep your eyes on the skies and maybe check your backyard for portals. You never know.